Hey guys, what's up? This is Bella. This is my first video that I'm doing a product review on for my channel. Later I'll have more videos to come. This is going to be on the Pat McGrath Metalmorphosis 005 collection. So if you've been wanting to know what comes in it, how it looks like, and everything, go ahead and just keep on watching. So first, before we get started, what is the purpose of this video? Let's be real. Metalmorphosis 005 by Pat McGrath is a very expensive product. $169 for the whole kit and caboodle. That's up there. So nobody really wants to purchase this product without really feeling that this is a product that they are actually going to enjoy and that they're actually going to like. So I'm hoping that this video, while you're watching the swatches and while you're viewing these products, you can decide whether or not you want to fully jump in the water and get this whole set. If you don't, you might want to get drawn towards a particular color. That particular color, you can get the actual cream eyeshadow, the pigment, the mixing fluid, and the actual dual-ended eyeliner for $60, which is, let's be real, a lot cheaper than $169. Or you might not like any of these products and you might just fall for just the dual-ended eyeliner, which alone sells on Sephora for $24 and the Pat McGrath website. So hopefully this video just opens out to the people who are contemplating to buy it. You can watch my review, plenty of other people's reviews before actually deciding to purchase this product. So hopefully this is actually very beneficial to some people who are contemplating whether to buy this or not. Pat McGrath actually is this British makeup artist. She's actually really well known through Vogue magazine. She's basically the makeup artist that does the makeup for the runway models, usually in shows for like Prada, Versace, Dolce & Gabbana. She's also created several sets and collections. The first collection she made was like Gold 001, which consisted of like a gold pigment, which really struck everybody on to love the gold eyeshadow. She also came up with Phantom 002. And that product actually contained four pigments, which were really bright colored pigments. She then later came out with the Skin Fetish collection, the 003 collection, which was what started the whole highlight. Everyone was so interested in that. That got really big. And then later on, she came out with Lust 004 collection, and that was the, what I like to call the Dorothy red slippers. Lipstick that came out was like red glitter, very shiny. Everybody was so infatuated with it. That set came out, which is actually most recent in this year. And then the same year she came out with the Metalmorphosis 005 collection. Alright, so everything that's actually going to come in this kit is going to be this mixing liquid. It comes with one of these. It also comes with a total of 4 actual pigment shades, which look like this one here. And it also comes with 4 shades of these actual eyeshadow creams that come with a little mirror on it and the actual eyeshadow color. And it also comes with the dual-ended eyeliner, which comes with the angled point and the felt tip on the other side. So let's first talk about this actual mixing liquid. This mixing liquid is what you're supposed to be using for the actual pigments. It's going to come sealed here. We're going to go ahead and crack that open here in a second. These pigments, I wish it would have came with the like the Gold 001 collection where it has like the little tool that you can scrape up some of this. But we're going to go ahead and use our own tools here, and we're going to scrape some color here and mix it with this fluid so you can see how pigment these shadows come. We'll do a swatch that shows just a regular swatch with a brush, and then we'll do it with mixing it with this fluid. And this is the one that's probably you're supposed to use with the actual mixing fluid versus the cream shadow that comes with it. You just use a regular brush for it. Now, the products are so pigmented and so good, you don't need any kind of, like even without primer, this color is going to shine through. Even just using how some people use to bring out the color, they use MAC Fix Plus. You don't even need that with this. This is that go-getter, like, one swipe, you're good to go. You don't need any other product for it, and they last really long after application on your face. Okay, so we have our 4 loose pigments already here, and the cream eyeshadows here. So we have our silver, gold, this is the copper, bronze, and this one's our copper. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to do a swatch with the cream shadows first. Now, the consistency, I want to say, kind of reminds me of the same cream powder consistency like the ColourPop shadows. So I'm going to go ahead and take a brush for this shade right here. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit on the swatch here. We're going to go ahead and rub that in. And already you can see that it's very pigmented. And we're going to go ahead and do this color. Get that on the brush. We're going to go ahead and rub that in. And this is also pretty, you can see where it kind of chunked up there. So we're going to kind of rub that in. And that came out pretty strong with pigmentation there, and this one as well. So we're going to go ahead and get the next shade, which we're just going to go ahead and just use our fingers on this. And we're going to go ahead and rub that one in. This one's the gold. And this gold isn't very bright. It kind of reminds me of a dark gold, kind of like the Kat Von D gold from her the Metal Crush collection that she has. And then we have the silver one here. Get a little bit there. I'm going to go ahead and rub that one in. And you can see it's already pre-pigmented just by itself. So that's just doing the cream eyeshadows. And then we're going to go ahead and show you that with the pigment off of the actual pigment here, you scrape off a little bit of the color, and we're going to go ahead and mix it with this actual mixing fluid and see how much more pigmented these shades come out. Okay, so first we're going to do a finger swatch of these first. So we're going to go ahead and let's move that out of the way. We're going to do this one in the order that we did it. And you can see that it really, really just shines through. That's just doing one swipe. So here's that shade. It's actually more lighter. The pigments are actually way more lighter than the actual swatch of the creams. So this is the gold. And that really stuck out. And the actual silver there sticks out a lot more just doing a finger swatch of the actual, I'm really feeling the actual pigment more than the actual cream shadows. Okay, so what we went ahead and did is we took our fluid, we went ahead and put it in the cap here because I don't want to contaminate by just pushing it in there all the time for this. So we're going to go ahead and do our brush here. We're going to get a little bit on our brush, and we're going to take a little bit of the scraped pigment that I scraped off. And we're going to go ahead and do that swatch. And you can see that it really just a little bit of the pigment that it picked up on there, it just really made it stick out on there. And it sticks out 100 times more compared to what we just did with the actual dry swatch. It looks more vivid, more like bright. So we're going to use the other side of the brush now. And we already still have product left. Just to be safe, we'll just add a little drop there. And we're going to take the little scrape that we took from here, and we're going to go ahead and do that. I kind of picked up way too much liquid with the, there we go. And you can see that it's already just super magnified by that swipe. Then we're going to go ahead and do the gold. Let me wipe off the brush. Okay, we're going to dip again. A little bit goes a long way with this, so you don't need so much on there. So we're going to go ahead and dip our brush again on there, and we're going to do that gold. And you can see already that it's just 100 times magnified with this mixing liquid. So there's that. And then we're going to do the other side. We're going to take this silver. We're going to do a swipe of that color. Now silver seems to be acting a little more difficult. But as you can tell, it is really coming through as far as a big difference compared to just doing the dry swatch. It's like magnified so much more. And then that's because you can use these dry or you can use it mixing it through. I personally like it with the mixing fluid because it makes it stick out a lot more. And the wearability of these products are going to last you all day. But let's talk about this eyeliner. So this eyeliner is a dual-ended eyeliner. It comes with a felt tip on one end, and it comes with the angled end on the other. And these are actually very good for as far as if you're trying to do a thick line or trying to make an actual pointed wing going on. This actually is super dark. It is actually really, really easy to apply. There's no issue with that. It kind of reminds me of the Too Faced felt tip eyeliner, except not as liquidy. This is actually more, in my opinion, it's more darker and more matte looking than the Too Faced one. And this is actually 24-hour wear. This is not going to come off, like I said, to budget. Would take a strong makeup wipe. Oil-based makeup wipe is probably going to work the best to actually remove this. So That's the actual dual-ended eyeliner. Next question we're probably wondering is where in the world we can get our hands on Pat McGrath. You can get your hands on any kind of Pat McGrath kit from the actual website of Pat McGrath, which is actually linked down below. You can also get the products at Sephora. Unfortunately, some Sephora stores, most Sephora stores aren't going to carry it. Very rarely will you see that maybe some Sephora stores like the one in Vegas or very like really big cities might particularly have it. But you can for sure order it online at Sephora, also linked down below, or the mobile app. So right now, I just checked recently, everything is still available from the Metalmorphosis 005 collection. There's the Everything kit, there's the single shade, the single solid color pigment kit still available, and there's also the dual-ended eyeliner by itself also available still on Sephora. Alright guys, so that was our swatch for the Pat McGrath Metamorphosis collection. Hopefully you found which color you want to gravitate to actually go purchase that on its own. One key thing I'm actually going to mention, the mixing fluid, don't pour it in the actual cap. I recommend probably finding a little plate to put it on and then put the actual loose pigment on there, and purchasing an actual tool that's going to be better to scrape the actual product with would be a lot better. I wish they would have added the little tool that they had in Gold 001 and the little mixing dish that they had in the Phantom collection into this collection, because it would make it 100 times easier and you're able to pick up the product from there. Now, do I think it's worth the money? Particularly if you wear these particular shades all the time, indeed, yes, I agree, this is a good product to go for. If you're not really that particular makeup person, but you do have a color you gravitate towards, I recommend actually getting one set in particular for $60, and that would be your best bet for that particular product. I completely like the product. I feel that I'm going to actually use this product a lot. Probably more than likely going to use this in a next video of other things that I decide to do. So hopefully if you like this, you can go ahead and subscribe. There's a link down below to watch more videos that are more to come, as well as the links that are going to be available to you if you want to go ahead and actually pick those products up. They're going to be down here below as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and hope to see y'all guys again.